I'm Emma, and I'm happy to be here with you all today.
And I'm Jack. Hello, Emma. Hello, everyone. It's great to join you today.
You look a little different today, Jack. You look happy, but also a bit confused.
Yes, I feel happy, but also a little confused this morning.
Oh, really? What happened? Did something happen in your morning?
No, my morning was actually fine. I was just using my phone.
Ah, the phone. Were you looking at social media again?
Yes, I was looking at photos of my friends online.
And what made you feel confused?
Everyone looks so perfect in their photos.
Yes, I understand that feeling. On the internet, everything looks perfect.
Exactly. I saw my friend Tom from the office.
Oh, yes, I know Tom, the funny guy who works with Sarah.
Yes, he posted a photo of his breakfast today.
Was it a nice breakfast?
It looked amazing. Eggs, fruit, green juice, and a beautiful coffee.
That sounds like a lot of effort for a normal morning.
That's why I was confused.
What happened next?
I saw Tom at the office 1 hour later.
And how did he look in real life?
He looked tired, very tired.
Oh no. So what did he say?
He said he didn't actually enjoy his breakfast
Why not?
because he spent almost 20 minutes taking photos of it.
Oh no, that's funny, but also a bit sad.
Yes, the food went cold while he was taking pictures.
So the perfect photo was not a perfect experience.
Exactly. That is why I feel confused.
This is actually our topic today.
Yes, social media and real life.
It's a very important topic for everyone today.
Because we spend so much time looking at screens.
And sometimes we forget what real life is like.
I have a small secret about this topic, Emma.
Oh, really? What is it?
I will tell you later at the end of the episode.
Oh, now I am curious. I will wait.
Good. So, Emma, do you post many photos online?
Not really. I don't post a lot.
I usually just look at other people's photos.
I like posting sometimes, especially photos of my dog and garden.
Your garden always looks beautiful in photos.
Thank you. But honestly, I sometimes move things before taking pictures.
Really? Like what?
I sometimes move the trash can so it doesn't appear in the photo.
That's funny.
Yes, I want the garden to look clean, but real life is not perfect.
So even your photos are a little edited.
Yes, I think everyone does that a little.
We all want to show the best parts of our lives.
I saw a photo of a woman on the beach yesterday.
Was it a nice photo?
Yes, she looked calm, alone, and peaceful.
That sounds beautiful.
But later, I saw a video of the same beach.
And what was it like in real life?
It was very crowded and noisy.
So the photo only showed one small part.
Yes, just one quiet corner of the beach.
That's interesting. It's like a trick.
Yes, we only see what people want us to see.
There's a phrase for that. It is called a highlight reel.
Highlight reel? What does that mean?
It means the best moments of life, like in sports videos.
Oh, I see. So social media is like a highlight reel of life.
Exactly. We only see the best moments, not the normal or messy ones.
That means we don't see messy kitchens or boring days.
Yes, only the best version of life is shared online.
That makes a lot of sense. Imagine taking a photo of your boring report last week.
Oh no, here I am crying over numbers. Nobody would want to see that.
Or look at my 30 pages of math, so exciting.
People would stop following immediately.
But that is real life, isn't it?
Yes, real life has boring moments and messy rooms.
And sometimes that makes people feel a little bad.
They start thinking, why is my life so messy?
I feel that too sometimes when I see other people's photos.
Yes, I understand that feeling.
When I see my friend Maria on vacation, I feel a little jealous.
Maria, the one getting married next month?
Yes, she is in Italy right now.
She must be posting beautiful photos.
Yes, pasta, old buildings, and sunny streets.
Italy sounds amazing.
It looks amazing, but I talked to her yesterday.
Oh, how was she really feeling?
She said her feet hurt and she lost her sunglasses.
Oh no, that doesn't sound so perfect.
But she didn't post that part online.
Of course not. Only the nice photos go online.
So in photos, she looks like a happy queen in Italy.
But in real life, she is just a tired tourist.
Exactly. And that is what people forget.
We forget this when we scroll on our phones.
Yes, scrolling is a big habit today.
We scroll for hours without noticing time.
I also scroll before sleeping.
Me too. It becomes a bad habit.
My eyes get tired, but I still keep scrolling.
We feel like something interesting will appear next.
But usually it is just more cats and coffee photos.
I don't mind the cat photos, though.
I like them too, but time goes so fast.
Yes, you think it's 5 minutes, but it becomes 1 hour.
That time could be used for something better.
Like reading, talking, or sleeping.
Or just resting properly.
We all need more sleep.
If you are enjoying this conversation, don't forget to like the video.
And subscribe to Talk Data. We really love having you here.
Please also share this episode with a friend.
Maybe a friend who uses their phone too much.
That would be a helpful idea. And we have a small task for you today.
If you are listening, comment real life below.
Just 2 simple words.
It shows you are present and listening.
I like that idea. Now let's talk about FOMO.
FOMO means fear of missing out.
It is when you feel sad because others look like they are having fun.
Like when your friends are at a party and you're at home.
Yes, you start thinking you are missing something important.
I had that feeling last Saturday.
What happened?
I saw photos of friends at a restaurant.
And how did you feel?
I felt a little lonely.
What were you doing at that time?
I was on my sofa eating a sandwich.
But you like your sofa, don't you?
Yes, I actually love quiet nights at home.
So the photo made you feel worse than your real life.
Exactly. And that is the power of social media.
It can make a good moment feel like a bad one.
Before phones, I would just enjoy my sandwich happily.
Yes, you wouldn't compare it to anything. I think we need to be careful with our feelings.
We should remember that photos are not the full story.
Yesterday, I tried something different.
Oh, what did you do?
I went for a walk in the park without my phone.
No phone at all?
No phone at all.
That must have felt strange.
Yes, at first it felt a little scary.
Why scary?
I kept thinking I might miss something or see something I cannot capture.
Like a beautiful bird you cannot photograph.
Yes, exactly. Or what if I see a famous person?
Yes, exactly. I feel like I couldn't save the moment without my phone.
So, what happened? Did you see anything special?
Yes, I saw a big blue bird near the water.
Wow, that sounds beautiful.
It was sitting quietly on a tree very close to the lake.
Was it okay that you didn't take a photo?
Yes, it was more than okay.
Why do you think it was better without a photo?
Because I really looked at the bird with my own eyes.
Not through a screen.
Exactly, not through a screen at all.
What did you notice?
I saw the colors clearly and I heard the sound it made.
How long did you stay there?
I stayed there for about 5 minutes just watching it.
That sounds very peaceful.
It was peaceful and very calming.
If you had your phone, what would you have done?
I would probably spend 4 minutes trying to get a perfect photo.
And then?
Then I will spend 1 minute thinking of a caption.
Like what kind of caption?
Something like Bluebird Moment with hashtags like nature and blessed.
That sounds very social media style.
Yes, but I would not really enjoy the bird in that case.
You would enjoy the phone more than the moment.
Exactly. I would only see the screen, not the real bird.
That is a very powerful lesson.
Yes, we often miss real moments because we want to post them. How did you feel after that walk?
I felt very relaxed and my mind felt quiet.
That sounds like a digital detox.
Yes, digital detox is a great name for it. It sounds like a healthy break for the brain.
It really is. Our brains get tired from too much scrolling, clicking, and noise.
Speaking of likes, do you feel happy when people like your photos?
Yes, it feels like a small high five from someone.
I feel the same way.
But if I don't get many likes, I sometimes feel a bit sad.
Yes, it is strange how numbers affect our mood.
Very strange, because it is just a number on a screen.
If 10 people say hello to you in real life, you feel happy.
Yes, 10 people is actually a lot in real life.
But online, 10 likes can feel like not enough.
We forget that 10 real people is a real crowd.
We need to change the way we think about likes.
Yes, a like is nice, but a real conversation is better.
Like the conversation we are having right now.
Exactly. This feels more real than any button.
I can see your smile, and I can hear your voice.
And that feels like a real connection.
I saw a funny video about social media recently.
What happened in the video?
It showed a man in a very messy room.
How messy was it?
Clothes everywhere, and old pizza boxes on the floor.
That sounds like complete chaos.
But then he cleaned only one small corner.
Just one corner?
Yes, just one clean table in the whole room.
And what did he do with it?
He placed a flower and a book on it.
That sounds nice already.
Then he took a photo of only that corner.
Let me guess. It looked perfect.
Yes, it looked like a luxury hotel room.
And what caption did he use?
Sunday morning vibes.
That is so funny because it is not the full reality.
Yes, it shows how social media only shows the best small parts.
And hides all the messy parts of real life.
Vibes. I really like that word.
Yes, it feels very modern and very internet style.
But the reality is often very different from the photo.
Like messy pizza boxes just a few centimeters away from the clean table.
Yes, that is a perfect example of social media.
It's like a crop.
A crop. What does that mean?
When you crop a photo, you cut out the parts you don't want to show.
Oh, so you remove the messy parts.
Yes, you only keep the nice parts in the picture.
So we are also cropping our lives online.
Exactly. We hide the mess and show only the good parts.
I think I want to stop doing that so much.
Really? Will you show your messy desk then?
Maybe not everything, but I can be more honest with people.
That is a good idea.
Being open and honest is important.
Yes, that is called being vulnerable.
Vulnerable is a big word.
It means being honest about your feelings, even if they're not perfect.
So it's okay to say, I'm tired or I'm sad.
Yes, exactly. That is real communication.
My friend Sarah did that last week.
What did she do?
She posted that she was feeling stressed about work.
And how did people react?
Everyone was very kind and supportive.
That is nice to hear.
They said things like, me too, and you can do it.
So being real helped her connect with people.
Yes, more than a perfect photo would.
That is powerful.
Maybe social media is not all bad.
No, it is not bad. It is just a tool.
It depends on how we use it.
Yes, like a hammer. You can build something or hurt yourself.
I don't want to hit my thumb.
Me neither.
I want to build good friendships instead.
That is a beautiful idea.
I feel inspired today.
Me too. I even want to put my phone away for a while.
That is a great idea.
But wait, you still have a secret tip for us.
Yes, I almost forgot. I promised a tip at the end.
I am ready. I have my notebook.
The tip is very simple.
What is it?
Turn off your notifications.
All of them?
Yes, especially social media notifications.
No sounds? No vibrations? Nothing?
Exactly.
But how will I know if someone likes my post?
That's the point. You check when you want, not when the phone tells you.
So I'm in control, not the phone.
Yes, you are the boss of your phone.
Interesting.
When the phone pings, we usually react immediately.
Yes, like we are trained to respond instantly.
We stop everything when we hear a sound.
That is true.
But without notifications, you stay present in real life.
That sounds peaceful.
It is very simple, but very powerful.
Did it change your life?
Yes, I now check social media only twice a day.
Only twice? That is impressive.
Once in the morning and once in the evening.
Was it hard at first?
Yes, for a few days it felt difficult.
And now?
Now I feel much calmer and more peaceful.
That is great.
I don't feel like I'm missing anything anymore.
I think I will try that too.
Good idea.
I'm turning off my notifications today.
Perfect.
Now I can spend more time in real life.
And more time talking to people.
That is the best part.
This was a really nice conversation.
Yes, I learned a lot.
Real life is actually very good,
Even with messy rooms and cold eggs.
especially with cold eggs.
Before we go, thank you everyone for listening. And like the video if you enjoy real life more than social media.
Don't forget to comment on real life.
We love reading your comments.
Thank you for being here with us.
Go outside and enjoy the real world today.
Look at something real with your own